I wanted to clear up something today. Many of you know I'm on a journey to purchase a golf cart. I've made it a much bigger deal than most people do. I've taken a lot more time in doing this. I'm not sure my results will be any better than anybody else's, but I wanted to educate you a little bit on what I've learned, and I've kind of done this. And I come from the Northeast. Golf carts are golf carts. Golf carts to me are, I go to the country club to play golf, and I get a golf cart to ride around and watch me hit the balls out of bounds, into water, lose them, hit a tree, end up on the green, talk about that one shot, that's it. That's what golf carts mean to me. Was you can't run them in the snow here. You can't. It's campgrounds have them maybe. Some mariners and boat places have golf carts here and there to get around, but nothing like retirement villages. So I wondered, and I got a comment recently that just stirred me right up. Like, do you know the difference between a golf cart and a golf car? And the comment is that a golf car is self-propelled. Well, I'm confused. Wait a minute. Self-propelled? All of them are self-propelled. So I went to reliable ChatGPT. What is the difference? Because nobody seems to spell this out. So let me do this. I'm going to go onto my computer. I'm going to record. Now, I've already asked the question under ChatGPT, so I'm not going to be typing it all in all over again. But you'll be able to see, I put, what is the difference between a golf cart and golf car? Now, it gives a big disclaimer right off. Has an AI language model, don't have personal opinions, but I can give you the definitions of both terms. The term golf cart and golf car are often used interchangeably. I agree with that, but technically they refer to slightly different things. And so let's take a look. Oops, sorry about that. Let's go. Slightly different things. A golf cart typically refers to a small electric or gas-powered vehicle used to transport golfers and their equipment around the golf course. Golf carts usually have 2 or 4 seats and a small cargo area and top speed of around 15 to 20 miles per hour. A golf car, on the other hand, can refer to the type of vehicle used on a golf course, including golf carts, utility vehicles, and other types of electric or gas-powered vehicles. Golf cars may have different features and capability depending on their intended use. Now, I read this and I'm thinking, you know how like golf courses have special carts that they have beverages on? They're different. They're not golf carts in the same definition of transporting a golfer. I also think, in general, the two terms can be interchangeable. But I think the definition of golf carts, because we all know when you go to cars, there is a type of golf cart that can be driven on the roadway. Some towns in Florida allow them on any road less than 35 miles an hour or less, but they have to be a LSV, and they have much higher standards, like a windshield wiper, lights, turn signals, all the things that maybe a car has in order to drive down the road. So I think that's where cars come from, is that these golf carts have more capability than just traveling golfers, because golfers don't need headlights. They don't need all of those things. So when you find the term, I believe in this last part, in general, however, the terms golf cart and golf car are used interchangeably to refer to a type of vehicle used on a golf course. Because I think that's correct. these carts that can drive on the road can also go on the golf course. Some can't if they have the wrong kind of tires and they just are not golf course friendly. There's so many of these vehicles now being expanded to be an off-road. What's the difference between the two? So I got educated on that. I kind of interpreted that, but I find people are really like, at first I never heard anything other than a golf cart. Golf cars, now I get it. I can call them golf cars if they have headlights. I won't even go, there's an in-between without the windshield wiper like you have in the villages where most people don't have that. But they have turn signals, a lot of different things that you can get added to it. So it's less about being on the golf course and just playing golf. It's more about using it for functionality of traveling. And that's another part that gets me to this next thing that I hit with okay, I'm researching for buying a golf cart. Looked in the villages a little bit. Looked outside of the villages a little bit. Got to the point where I'm contacting golf cart or cars stores, and I got a rude awakening. One place I contacted, I said, I'm looking at a golf cart. I was looking at the Star. As everybody knows, I like the Yamaha and the Star as the two leading candidates, but I'm still going to look at Club Car and E-Z-GO. They have some newer models that I think are better than the older models. They kind of beef them up a little bit better to compete. I'm going to look at those. But I called this one place that even one of my subscribers recommended. And I called them and said, hey, I'm looking at, and I just want to find out some details. As soon as I told them I was living in the villages, it was like, nope, I won't deliver to the villages. I won't service to the villages. I don't do anything with the villages. And I was really taken aback. I was like, this guy's really close. He's on 27 just south of Leesburg. He's close to the villages. But he was like, our vehicles aren't made for the villages. And this caught me by surprise. They're not made for the villages? Think about that. And then we had a discussion. I was asking him why he said that. Well, in the Star carts, they come with different battery lithium levels. And if you get the 210 amp hour version, you can go 75, 80 miles distance. But most of the models he sells comes with a 105, which gets you half of that, 35 to 40 miles. So what he's telling me is the golf carts he has configured and are lower priced than the villages don't have the same capability and probably aren't made as well for the usage type. And this is where I'm getting into usage. Kind of fits with the golf carts and golf cars. People in the villages use their golf cart or cars. They use it to go buy groceries. They go to different venues and they treat it like a car. And I'm not playing on that, but it's a lot more use. And you go a lot further, the pass. If you're in some other village, 55 community, going to the pool, like, I'll give you an instance. If you were buying a golf cart for Margaritaville, you don't need one that goes 70, 80 miles. It's not that far to the square pool area. It's just not that far. Even if you were able to sneak out and get to a store and come back, it's not that far. You don't need as much, range. You don't need as much probably wear and tear. You're not using it anywhere near like the villages. So he was correct, but his whole trust, he's not that far from my house. It really was kind of shocking. I think he's closer than some other places who sell to the villages. So be aware. The difference in those two batteries is $3,000. The 105 to the 210, we're talking $3,000 sticker price. So you could go in and look at a similar golf cart that looks on the outside. It's not the same animal on the inside. He actually admitted that the Villages golf cart store do a better job of making golf carts for people who live in the villages. It surprised me. It really did. It surprised me. So that's kind of what I learned, but I also tied it in with this golf cart versus golf car. Interchangeable, you're not wrong or right using either term. And in the villages, you want them to be able to go on the golf course as well, so you can play golf if company wants to come and do that. So I just wanted to touch on that he's absolutely right, that you have to be careful of what the type of vehicle. And also, if you go to the street legal, you get into the windshield has to be street legal, not just a plastic windshield. And not all of golf carts even come with windshields. Go ahead on the Yamaha site. You have to add those features. So I've learned a lot, but I'm probably going to have a new golf cart, and you'll see the video when I finally narrow this down, and there it is. Hopefully this will help somebody else looking. Hopefully it'll help out others that are kind of in the market. I know I was confused at first, and I'm not anymore. But I hope you enjoyed this video on golf carts. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Hey, 95% of you watching my videos haven't subscribed. Please subscribe. Help me with my numbers. It would be great. Thanks for watching.